Hi, welcome to Trading with TK, teaching you to turn ideas into money. We're at www.tradingwithtk.com, and today is Monday, December 29th. So, started out under pressure all day, got down to that support area once again, and then late in the afternoon, like about an hour and a half before the day was out, we got a pretty decent bounce off that support area again. This is turning out to be a longer, drawn-out affair than I thought it was going to be. And it's always suspect when it takes longer than you think it should. But I'm going to write that off to the holiday week and the lack of volume. And basically the market is exactly where it was 4 or 5 days ago. So we've basically been going sideways. We keep getting down to this key area, one of the key areas, and bouncing off of it. So that area hasn't been breached, but we'll take a look at all those key areas in our final segment when we look at our major indexes. I'll show you the areas I don't want breached, and I'll show you the areas that I do want breached. Like I said, it's a waiting game, and I don't think anything really decisive will happen until early part of next week when all the players are back. So without further ado, let's go take a look at the major indexes. Okay, we're looking at a daily bar chart of the Dow Jones averages, and as you can see, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, basically we've been going sideways. Key areas. I really don't want to see a close below that level. This is that support area I've talked about. We were here once, we were here twice, and we were here 3 times counting today. Okay, so that's one area I do not want to see breached, and this is the area I do want to see breached. I want to see a breakout above that high. Okay, now even if this area is breached, it's important to me, but it's not as important as this support area, which kind of would be a deal breaker for me if this support area were to get breached on a closing basis, and let's say close down around here, change the whole look of this, what I still think is a reverse head and shoulders. So we're still in the waiting game. This is that reverse head and shoulders that I think we're forming. I still think that this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. But if this low gets taken out, then that changes the whole look of the pattern, and I'll have to deal with it when that happens. Right now, I still believe that there's a better than a 50-50 chance that the market could come back on the upside and break out above this high here. So these are our areas. Keep an eye on them. That's our first area, which I really don't want to see broken, but if it was broken, I certainly don't want to see this area down here broken. Okay, here we have the daily bar chart of the transportation average, and a similar or related support area in the transports would be this low right here. I do not want to see that low violated. If it is violated, there's a good chance that the lows may not be in. So, like I said, we're not going to know for a few more days. Okay, here we have a daily bar chart of the Russell 2000. And we were looking at the fact that this was forming a ascending triangle, and somewhat got violated, but we're going to give it that little bit of wiggle room. But another key area that we do not want violated is this low right here. We're trying to keep this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We're trying to keep this low here intact. We don't want to see a low lower than this low, because we're trying to keep this upward trend moving, but we do need to get above this all high area, and we need it to happen, fairly soon, within a few days anyway. Okay, and finally we have the QQQQs, which is basically the top 100 NASDAQ stocks, and we were tracing out a ascending triangle in this also. So we're getting towards the end of the apex here, so I expect something to happen. But once again, another key area is this low right here. That's not the deal breaker. The deal breaker is this low here. Although that wouldn't sit well with me if we close below this low, because once again, our little pattern that we've had: a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, trying to get a higher high here. If this low gets taken out, then that pattern gets broken, and then I'm going to have to take a look at it and decipher where we're going to go from there. So that's why I really don't want to see that low violated on a closing basis. So like I said, I don't expect anything really decisive to happen until Monday. The next 2 days probably going to be tax swapping and guys getting their accounts in order for the tax man. So till tomorrow, this is TK signing off.